Do you want to start the game again?
Welcome back to Mystical Everyday Heroes, or Meh, the Dungeons and Dragons podcast about people who are not mystical nor heroic, just everyday folks sending messages by giant rats. Joining us today, we have Stephie Patterson playing the Smells of Orphanhood half-elf druid Misphi.
Ah!
Smells of orphanhood. That's right, I smell like orphan.
Orphanhood?
I didn't really know what the proper word for that was.
Crazy.
I loved it. Orphanhood.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's under the orphanhood?
So Misphi's fact for today is her favorite flowers are forget-me-nots. The little blue flowers remind her of her home since they were plentiful in Yorkwood.
Forget that nod. That's so cute.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's so
That's so wholesome.
They're wholesome.
Misphi's facts are always so wholesome. And then I say something so just blatantly idiotic.
I know, I was
Well, my
talking about
favorite is
my
that
feet.
her facts are so
Genuinely.
wholesome, and then she's the first one to be like, I'm going to burn this mother to the ground.
Yeah, literally.
You know?
I'm gonna
I
steal
love
that guy's
you,
finger.
Yeah.
No one's even gonna have to do anything because that was self-edited.
Yes, I just
You're
had
like,
to. Yeah.
But it's always so like, if she's gonna do something like totally out of left field, it's always like, okay, but that was for a decent reason.
It was
Yeah.
it was for a good cause.
I never
Yeah,
feel like
like,
it's
she wants to steal
inappropriately out
fingers
of left
because it's
field.
nice.
It never feels wrong.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
It just feels
Is your
mis-
alignment chaotic good?
Probably.
She has
Because I
no
don't know if it
idea.
was meant to be. But
Me too,
you're
girl.
definitely,
I never
like,
meant
chaotic.
it to be chaotic, but that's
It's
how
just
we're
like
going.
the way that you are, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you didn't mean it to be girl, you're there now. So.
Speaking of chaos, we also have Matt Rail as the possibly intimating rats, or TJ's parents, Elf Ranger Alfonso.
All right. Alfonso's everyday fact is that when he turned 15, his parents gave him a necklace. It's a thin rope necklace with a golden tree on it. It's like as to symbol Aerith, where he's from. Even though like he's of nobility and like the royal family kind of thing, the tree itself is like pure gold. So like it's in itself valuable, but that's not necessarily why Alfonso likes it so much. Is that it's meaningful because even though he's had, the dispute with his parents and with his family, he still like kind of longs for a home. And this is that little piece of home that goes with him.
Oh my gosh, so he still wears it?
Yeah, he still has it on
Oh,
him.
wait, that's actually very
That's
cutesy.
really cute.
You almost
Another
forget that
wholesome
he
fact.
brutally murdered a teenage girl in a bag like a couple episodes
Well,
ago.
No,
What
no,
was in a
I wasn't
barrel?
gonna
Give him some
murder
class.
her.
She was on death's doorstep, but she did not die.
Yeah, she did not die.
She did later,
You're
but
right.
not by the Fonz.
Aw,
You guys, we did have a bag of holding we could have stuffed her in.
that's true.
Oh my
I forgot
God.
about that.
Well,
So has he
it
been-
takes 10 minutes to suffocate in the bag. So, because
Oh.
it's like it has no airflow. So if you put a person in there, like there's.
What if you put some air in there?
I could blow into it.
That would be.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, that would be really interesting because you would have the carbon dioxide to
that would just make it worse.
oxygen.
It's carbon
Yeah.
dioxide, though.
Yeah, the idea that you're shoving
Could
your
you
face
plant
in
a
a
tree
bag
in there?
to put, like, yeah.
Plant a tree.
Good God.
It's like the end
Anyway,
of the
speaking
Lorax.
of noble traditions, Kailyn Kroll is playing the halfling barbarian with bad penmanship due to an extra toe. Stan Smallman.
I love the idea that he writes with his feet.
Don't blame his toe.
Yeah, you specifically said it was because of bad balance, and I was just like, is it though?
That's a crazy
Like,
thing to say.
Yeah.
That's a crazy claim. I have bad penmanship because of my extra toe.
Yeah,
Bad balance.
that made me
Well,
so
it
happy
sounds
inside.
like something that would happen to Stan.
It
Yeah.
does.
He's got a lot of woe. All right, so Stan's fun fact for today is that the reason he doesn't use his rage as often as he probably could is because it actually sort of scares him, and he doesn't know his own strength, and it makes him nervous.
Ooh, rage fear.
Stan's getting a little deep today.
Oh, I love that for him.
Thank you.
From the well of knowledge and the seed of
From the
plant.
depths of his tiny heart.
The well is only 4 feet deep because that's all he is, but it's still,
He didn't
you
want
know.
to dive too far. It's the shallow end of
Right.
the well.
Shallow end of the well.
Right.
Yes. Speaking of the shallow end, Jake Sorry.
I'm dead.
I cut it. I had to.
Roasted.
So
No, that
we
you
have
I
Jake
loved it.
Salisbury playing the iconic letter screecher, Aarakocra bard Meryl Cheep. Which you actually like screeched in a letter. Like I remember it was like you like Matt Rail crossed it out and was just like, I'm just gonna write screech. Yes, that was cool. Go ahead.
Well, hey, everybody. First of all, from all of us here, Merry Christmas and Happy
Merry
Holidays.
Christmas.
Even though this is coming out, like the end of January?
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, I hope it was great for
And
everyone.
Happy New Year. I hope that you have
Yes.
clinged to all of the things you've decided that you're not going to commit to
God,
for your
this
New Year's
year
resolutions.
has to be better than,
Every year
We
before.
say that every year.
Yeah, but I feel good about it.
Good.
Now that it's officially the new year, even though it's not, I'm feeling really good about it. And so is Meryl. Meryl's fun fact.
Smooth transition.
Meryl's New Year's resolution. They don't have the new year in
Loreland.
Loreland. Thank you. For a sec, I just completely blanked.
I wish you guys could see the look that Jake gave Brandy. And
Like panic.
It's the way that somebody fishes for something though, and they don't know what fishing is. Yeah. It's just
And now
like,
he's
Meryl doesn't
reeling
fish.
her
He
in.
just catches them with his claws.
I'm scared of fish.
I'll get caught by you anytime.
Yeah,
dude.
he wouldn't touch fish voluntarily. Anyway, since there is no New Year's in Loreland, Meryl just has, a consistent resolution that he consistently doesn't get.
Like every morning, he's
Any
like, this
better
is my
at-
resolution.
Yeah.
I'm going to get there.
Yeah. And it's just to not skip leg day.
So he doesn't have bird legs because he's a bird.
Exactly.
Oh, so he is a bird.
He has a
Oh,
very
the catch.
Oh,
The eye roll was so
the biggest eye roll of
pronounced.
the world.
Do you really want to go back down that
I
road?
think his eyes
again?
hurt with how far back in his head they just rolled.
Yeah, literally, I have to pop them right back in.
Oh, God.
For fans of a little more gore out there.
Oh, I got some in my soup.
Ow! My eye!
Spider eye soup.
My eye!
Bird eye soup.
Bird eye soup. Yeah, so
The bird eye view.
his resolution is to not skip leg day, and he's done better about it in this past, I don't know how they measure time, moon cycle.
Sure.
But he uses his wings a lot,
Spend many
obviously,
moons.
and he loves to do push-ups because he's like, a very handsome, athletic young man.
Is it accurate, though?
Yeah.
Like, is his physique accurate?
Yeah. We know that
To me?
Alfonso's is accurate.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not athletic. No.
Oh.
Ow. Oops, I punched the microphone. Anyway, speaking of which, yeah, his physique is it's not accurate because I have an 8-pack and he only has a 6-pack.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I do so many more
Just
push-ups
playing
than him.
xylophones on those abs.
Xylophone abs.
Yeah, so his resolution is to just not skip leg day because, you can't rely on those wings forever and then you end up with those skinny little chicken legs. And he does not want chicken legs even though
He's a bird.
not a bird. I rest my case.
I love that for you. We also have Matthew Bostian as our amazing sound producer. Insert beautiful sound that only husband Matt can make.
Thank you, husband Matt.
Thank you, husband Matt. By the way, guys, if you love this podcast, it's exclusively because of husband Matt. He does amazing things.
We determined today that we may have some talent, but he has all the skill.
Yes,
I wouldn't
our
even go
talent
that
would
far.
sound like hack
We have some
skills.
talent.
Yeah.
I would say he has skill. He has lots of skill.
Yeah.
And I think he should be celebrated for that.
Yes.
I don't think we even need to bring up whether or not we have talent. I don't think that's a
Well,
discussion
no, we established
that
that
needs to be had.
earlier today. So I
Yeah.
think we share with the viewers.
Yes.
listeners.
America's Got Talent.
America. Oh, God. Stop. That's
America's
amazing.
Got Talent.
America.
Stop. That can be a one shot.
Yes.
We all have to come and present a talent.
Oh, my God. Yes. They would have to be the most ridiculous ones. I want to
Stan's
yodel
gonna
with a
mash grapes
saw.
with his feet and make wine. He can do it really fast because that extra toe.
That's amazing. Yes.
We have to do that. Write that down. Okay. Sorry.
And anyway, we also have me, Brandy Bostian, as Empress of this fine podcast. Among other things, doing the voice of human fighter TJ, Town Justice,
And everything else.
and everything else.
Literally.
TJ asterisk.
TJ.
The asterisk stands for everything else.
Yes. So let's hit what happened last episode in Loreland, because there was
Hit
a
it.
lot.
Hit it, Empress Boston.
All right. No, we're
Is it now the
not.
90s?
Oh my God,
Because
we're
I don't
gonna
know.
I actually really pictured myself in one of those big coats,
At the
with
you
the
know,
gold chain.
Yes, exactly.
puffer-
I
the
had like the
puffer
big
coats.
neon print, and
Alfonso's
I was like,
isn't gold.
"Ooh, throw it back to Empress Boston."
Don't
He's
throw
already
it.
got the
Don't
hat
throw it
back
anywhere
where
near
he's-
me.
Halfway there.
Don't throw it anywhere near me. Throw it away.
So last episode in Loreland, following the brutal murder of Coco at Mama Witch's house, Mama Witch herself
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Jake just looked at me like I was the one who committed the homicide, and it was.
God, sounds like someone feels kind of guilty.
Yeah. Mama Witch herself, better known as Popolina, offered you some insight in the form of the site. She saw with the site that Mayor Merriweather was getting prepared to attack the rebel camp. After giving the mystical everyday heroes 2 greater healing potions and 2 vials of basic poison to the crew, she also gave info on a way to send a message to the rebel camp. Using the nearby Tabaxi taxi, the mystical everyday heroes met Moon, the teenage bobcat tabaxi, from whom you purchased the fastest giant rat, Germain, to deliver a warning message to Elias at the
What
rebel
a crazy
camp.
moment in time.
He is not in mating season, you guys.
about all that. That's so funny.
Following the sending of the message, the mystical everyday heroes chose to head to Bridgmond with the intent to stop the mayor before he had the chance to gather an army. The group made it to Upper Bridgmond to see a more solemn vibe to the town. The guards were brisk and unhappy, stating that the only time the town is hoppin' is during the once per year Festival of Four. That was the last time you guys were there. After seeing Soren at the barging inn, the group started asking questions. Once Soren realized that they were friends of the rebellion, he revealed that the rebellion was formed about 1.5 years ago when the mayor started drastically changing and became obsessed with searching for the original adventuring party known as the Four. The group decides to visit TJ's house to wait out the night and meet the mayor in the morning because the mayor still believes that they are working for him. The current plan the group came up with was to not tell TJ's parents anything, instead insisting on a cover story that they met at a pants club.
That's right.
What a great idea. I'm so glad we came up with
We
that, you
convinced
guys.
TJ about it beforehand.
They decided that since they were tasked with finding Leader would be a member of the pants club that traveled, specifically a member of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And that's where we are now. So it's nighttime. You are on your way to TJ's house. He points up. He's like, it's the third house on the left or the third house on the right.
But not the last one.
No, the third. Yeah, the last ones are the Joneses. They're kind of snobs.
Teach,
Yeah.
could you give us a little insight into who we're walking in to meet here?
Sure. Yeah, of course. So, my mom's probably there. Her name's Martha. She's pretty awesome. She makes great pie. And then my dad is named Cheep. You know his brother, Mayor Merriweather.
All right.
You should probably be aware my dad's like the strong and silent type because remember, like, we were all raised to lead and he kind of took that a little far. So he's the strong and silent type, but he doesn't really want to lead, but he won't really say that.
Yeah, I get it. Being the strong and silent type, that can be pretty tough. It's really exhausing. Being
Girl,
so
you've never been silent a day in your life.
And tough is debatable.
Yeah.
What's your
Anyway.
mom's favorite flowers?
Wow.
I don't really know. That's a good question. We should ask her. I think she likes bright things, you know, because my dad's such a beacon of joy. So probably
Was this
like,
TJ's attempt at sarcasm?
no, guys, like my dad's relationship with me is a little complicated. Because he doesn't really like me. But it's cool
Sad.
because my mom loves me like a lot. And so he loves my mom. And so it's kind of like secondhand love.
Well, Teach, we love you just as much.
That's right, TJ. You're one.
Thank you.
Listen, you can turn out great and not even have met your parents, like me.
That's so...
And I feel fine about that and have absolutely no trauma.
Why are there tears on your
Thanks
feathers?
for clarifying. Marla.
Those aren't tears. It's just dew.
Right.
How does that make
Morning
you feel,
dew.
Meryl?
Okay.
So, Teach, when we walk in and we see your mother, am I calling her Martha or should I call her Mrs. Teach?
Mrs. Pants?
Mrs. Teach.
You know, all my bros pretty much just call her Mama TJ, but I don't really
Mama
know if
TJ.
she likes that. She just kind of smiles the way that some people smile when they have cramps.
A forced smile. Got
But
it.
I mean, you feel free to ask her. She's super open. And again, Alfonso, if you want me to put in a good word, she's married, but she might be into it. If that's like what you're
You're
going
putting
for.
the moves on TJ's parents, Mr. and Mrs. TJ.
That was not
You
the
should be
intent.
ashamed of yourself.
I would be ashamed if that was what I was trying to do.
Well, Teach, I think it probably makes the most sense if you go in first, considering they don't know us and this big bird over here might give your mom kind of a fright.
Right, yeah.
I would
Okay,
never
yeah.
frighten anyone
So,
or hit on anyone's parents.
Come with me.
Same.
Besides,
I was-
Misphi, you get to meet my mom. She's cool. You'll maybe like her. And so he like walks up with a lot of purpose. He straightens his pants.
King.
Misphi is sweating.
And he
Sweating.
and he
Is
turns
Misphi nervous?
as he opens the door. He's like, "You're gonna do great, babe. I already love you. They'll be right behind."
Stan plucks a feather from Meryl and hands it to Misphi to wipe her brow. You got this, kid. They're going to love you.
You know, that's fine. You need to ask.
Okay, can I have this
feather's so
feather?
soft.
Thanks. Great.
And TJ opens the door, and it's just like it's kind of like a townhome. Like the houses here are kind of like stacked one on top of each other to an extent.
In town.
In town. So it's like a townhome. It's like a row home.
Around
So
town.
they're all kind of piled on top of each other, and he opens up the door, and it squeaks, and he's just like, "Mom, Dad, I'm back." And it's just silent for a while. He's like, "Sorry, guys, 1 second." Mom, Dad, I'm home. And then you hear like a couple of dishes clang, and then like a little human woman. She's like a little shorter than TJ, but she's really slight. She kind of peeks around. She's like, "Oh, TJ, honey, it's so good to see you. Welcome home. I didn't even, gosh, sometimes you're just in your basement for so long. I just didn't even realize you were gone. But come on, welcome. Are these some more of your friends?" He's like, "Yeah, Mom, these are different than my normal friends. You probably noticed because, Alfonso's so noble and, Meryl's so tall."
Oh, thank you, TJ.
But
Thank you, TJ.
there's somebody I really want you to meet if that's okay.
Misphi like straightens her hair.
And she's like, "Oh, yes, you do. Wow, you all look so clean compared to his normal friends. This is so
Why, thank you.
wow."
Why would you say
we-
that about me?
I'm so sorry, dear. I noticed you have some nice dirt on your toes.
Thank you. Worked hard on putting that there.
You're welcome. You know what? They look lovely. Nice and dirty.
Well,
And then she looks
Okay.
at TJ like, "Did I do okay?" He's like, "Mom,
Cool, Mom.
this is Misphi Faewilde." And he kind of shuffles you forward. And she's like, "Oh, hi. Are you one of Leader's friends?" And he's like, "Mom, no, she's like with me. This is my fiance. If that's okay." No.
Hi, nice to meet you, ma'am.
Oh. Come here. Let me get a look at you. Hi, darling. Oh my gosh.
Misphi
kinda
smiles nervously.
She pulls you away from TJ a little bit, and she's just like, "He doesn't have a lot of money, dear." Are you?
I'm not. I don't love him for the money.
Oh, but you do love him?
I think so.
What? Okay.
I mean, yes, of course, I do.
That's okay. Oh, darling, I'm so sorry. I just never thought that this was going to happen, and you look so normal. Like you would tell me if there's like any abnormalities or anything. Like, it's okay. We don't even mind because like I just to find somebody who loves my DJ as much as
I've been called a witch before, but I'm really a druid.
You know what? That's okay.
Druid.
That's wonderful. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, darling, she's just pinching your cheeks and like just keeps patting your face, like making sure you're real. Do you want some pie? Let me get you some pie. Oh,
I got you some flowers.
The warble.
And then Misphi, she like conjures up some flowers in her hand, like some forget-me-nots.
Oh, these are so beautiful. I haven't
like
gotten flowers ever. Wow. And she just looks over at TJ. She's like, "I'm so proud of you, son." And TJ's like, "Oh.
Wonder where he got that from.
And he just starts to cry a little bit.
And his pants get wet.
Oh, God.
Don't make it weird. And she's like, "Well,
She said, "Don't make it weird."
my goodness, come on in. Oh my goodness. Oh, your father's gonna be home in just any minute. Oh, he's gonna be so happy." And TJ's like, "Great. This is, yeah. Anyway, so before he gets here, I should probably do some introductions. This is obviously my fiance. And she's like, "Where's the ring?" He's like, "Settle down, Mom. It's new."
I don't need a ring. I just need river rocks.
Yeah, and we got a lot of those because we live near a river, right, Mom? She's like, "Of course." And she looks at Misphi. She's like, "Darling, he really doesn't have any money." And really, there's not a lot of prospects. You could do better, but we do love him very much.
It's okay. I don't have money either.
We appreciate your honesty.
Perfect. Anywho, so tell me more about your friends. These are so much. Wow. It's been really nice not having your other your bros around. So this is a new group of friends. How fun! And he's like, "Yeah. So this is my best friend Stan." And he indicates towards Stan. You'll notice he doesn't wear shoes. It's a thing. But don't worry. He keeps them nice and dirty, but in the best way possible. And this is Alfonzo. He's super fancy, and he used to be a noble. He's not anymore, but we still love him.
Thank you, TJ. What a fine introduction.
You're very
Hello, miss.
welcome. And she's like, "Oh, used to be a noble. That's wow. Moving up in the world, TJ." He's like, "Actually, it's town justice now." Anywho,
That's right, babe.
Mother. This over here, my tall friend. This is Meryl Cheep.
Well, hello. Thank you for welcoming us into your beautiful home. Ow, he hits his head in the ceiling. It's really nice in here.
She's like, "Oh, hi. Oh, you are tall and so unique, and we love that for you." Huh.
Now, what a compliment, Merle. Did you hear that?
Thank you so much, I think.
She just blinks up and she's like, "Can I just say, you have just the loveliest voice. Has anybody ever told you what a lovely voice you have?"
Actually, yes. I have heard that a couple of times. Thank you so much.
You
It's
really
always
opened a
nice
can of worms now.
It's really
Miss
nice to talk to a fan. I don't get to do that very often
Yes.
anymore.
Is this strange? Can I see your wings? I know that we're probably not supposed to talk about them, but they're
I
so
usually don't.
pretty.
I usually don't, and then he like stretches kind of like casually, and then as he does that, his wings kind of like come out, and they knock like 3 plates off of the like one shelf, and they like definitely knock like a family portrait off of the other
Stan's
shelf.
running around trying to catch all of the things that Meryl is dropping on the ground.
Alfonso was like rolling his eyes while looking at Meryl, like, "Oh my God."
As Meryl flexes, TJ's mom definitely kind of goes up and like gently touches the front. She's like, so strong.
Oh,
Wow.
oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, okay. Yep.
Wow, that's quite the wingspan you have. Wow.
It's great to meet you, Mrs. TJ.
Oh,
yeah.
actually, it's Mrs. Merriweather, but that's okay. I can be. That's a little odd being Mrs. TJ. He is my son. But you know, just whatever works. I'm Martha.
I'm happy to
Martha
call you whatever
Merriweather.
you'd like, Martha.
Oh, just Martha's fine. Just Martha's fine. Oh my goodness. Well, I have some pie here. It's mostly eaten, but that's okay. You can have some. I think that my husband's home. Oh, honey, he's going to be so excited to see you. And TJ's like, "Great. We might just like go down to the basement for a while." She's like, "Don't be silly. Come on. Introduce your fiance. He's going to be so excited." And so you hear
Misphi
the
starts
door
sweating
like
again.
creak open and like just some stomps, kind of like really heavy footed. And you see a guy who's roughly about as tall almost as Meryl, who's like just very broad, and he's bald headed, and he's got like a goatee that's like a little bedraggled. And he's like, "Martha, hello." And he looks around the kitchen and he's like, "Visitors."
Meryl immediately retracts his wings and stands very demurely.
TJ's like, "Oh, hey, Dad." TJ.
That's town justice to you, buddy.
And TJ
Meryl
just
goes,
like steps in front of Misphi. "Yeah, Dad. I go by town justice now. it's good to see you, sir. And Chief just like stares, assessing at the entire situation. And he's like, Martha, pie. And she's like, of course. This is my husband, Chief. He's the strong and silent type. Did you know that they were born to lead? Isn't that a little bit ridiculous? You know, I tell you, like, can you picture this guy as a leader? I mean, I love you, sweetheart. I really do. But I mean, the diplomacy skills on this one is just bottom of the barrel. But, you know, we all do what we can. Right, honey? Right. Oh, he doesn't say much. I do. That's okay.
I love her.
I like this dynamic between mom and dad.
Right.
Yeah. As she's saying this, she's like scooping up some pie. She shoves it at his chest. He leans forward, kisses her on the forehead. Thanks, babe. She's like, you're welcome,
He
sweetheart.
genuinely doesn't care. He's like, yes.
And
I just want my pie.
and he's just
Thank
like,
you for pie.
why are we here? And she's like, well, it's TJ's birthday. Of course they're going to be here, sweetheart.
Tej, you didn't tell us it was your birthday. I would have worn a little hat.
Oh, Mom, I don't think it's my birthday.
TJ, did you not know it was your birthday either?
I mean, I don't really celebrate it much, you know, right, Dad? And he's just like, he just takes a bite of his pie and he's like, right. And she's like, don't be silly. I birthed him 24 years ago on this very day. Ha! The screams.
For some reason, I'm picturing her as like one of the side characters from The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, like one of the Who moms.
She's for sure one of the Whoville moms.
Very Whoville mom
Yes.
core
Yes.
right now.
And I actually was picturing her while I was doing like a Whoville, and I was just like, she's Martha Merriweather.
Yes.
And she's like, she kind of reaches forward and she squeezes TJ's cheeks and she's like, that's my baby boy. Now, we didn't get you a gift because you're an adult now. But
True.
I'm so, Chief.
That's how it happens.
Did you know that our boy is engaged? He's managed to wrangle a really normal looking girl.
Well, thank you.
And he scans the room and he lands on Misphi's like, pleasure. And he takes another bite of his pie. She's like, he's really not one for words, but I tell you what, it's so good to have you in here. Please, grab a seat. Like, I want to hear all about your, like, I thought he was in the basement this whole time. Would you even believe? And so you see like couches and stuff, and TJ just kind of shuffles on his feet, like not sure if he wants to lead you guys to the basement or like sit down based on what his mom's saying.
It's okay. I'm a woman of few words too. So
Wow. Now that's diplomacy.
Wow. Yeah, see, not only was I born to lead, I was born to marry into leadership. See, my girl knows all the ins and outs of how to talk to people. Pops? Huh? And Cheep just takes another bite of his pie and just stares. So yeah, we met at a pants club.
That's right. The Pants Club. Yes. Yeah, you
happy
guys all remember the
birthday,
Pants
Tej.
Club.
And if they had, if we'd known it was your birthday, we
thanks.
would have brought you a new pair of pants. I mean, isn't that customary in the Pants Club?
It is.
But you said that my pants were the best.
They are, and you deserve more.
Oh, thanks, Meryl. Oh.
maybe I
It's
can
your
conjure up some
birthday.
pants for you.
Wow. Is there
I
a-
love it when you get in my pants,
Oh
babe.
yeah, it's just a cantrip. I've got it right here. Make pants. Great.
We could go out and get some pants if we needed to. I mean, there's got to be a pants store around, and we are in Bridgman.
And Martha just looks and she's like, you know, I don't know because I only really wear dresses, but Chief, honey, you wear pants all the time. Are there places where you go get pants? I don't even think about it.
You think there's a Kohl's around the corner? You heard of Kohl's?
And TJ's like, yeah, I get it
Technically, there
every
are
year
Kohl's,
on
but
Christmas.
That's the only department store.
Just lots of
in this
Kohl's.
universe.
But it's spelled like COALS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they
Kohl is
also
a
sell
mining
coal.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, it's like run by demons,
Yeah.
and that's why it's called Kohl's.
Yeah.
Because it's like a portal to hell. Every Kohl's is a portal to hell.
But they also
Canonically.
sell pants.
It's all TJ
Canonically.
gets for Christmas is Kohl's.
Gift cards to Kohl's
Gift cards to Kohl's, yeah.
and pants.
And
Merry Christmas, Tej.
TJ just kind of looks and like sees that his dad's not going to do anything. So he kind of pretends to stretch. He's like, well, we're awful beat. So we got to meet Uncle Mayor tomorrow. So we're going to go. And Chief puts down his spoon. He's like, still working for your Uncle Mayor? He's like, yes. Still the guard. Guarding so much, actually, Dad. It's really interesting because we've been traveling. And he looks at Meryl and he kind of leans in. He's like, how much am I allowed to say? I was told to be quiet.
Just give us a sec, Mr. TJ. Yeah, just 1 sec. And then he like
Mr. Chief, we've been
wraps his wing around everyone really quick. And he's like, okay, quick. What are we saying?
Remember, we were hired by the mayor, so like we're still on good terms with all the mayor's family.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh,
The mayor. We love the mayor.
love
that. We actually are also under the employ of the mayor.
Yes, we are loyal employees, and there's nothing to be suspicious about.
Especially after you said
Sounds
that.
awfully
And
suspicious.
Chief just
I'd be happy to roll charisma.
takes
I
a
don't know if we should be
bite.
that excited to try to roll for that.
And he's like,
I'm great at rolling charisma.
he's
It's
like,
the only thing I'm good at.
so you will work for my brother.
Of course.
Yes,
yeah,
we actually.
So the last
Do
time
you
we were
like
here,
your
We
was-
were on a mission. We were sent on a mission by him because he knew we were heroic enough to handle it, or at least mostly.
I guess we should probably know, do you like your brother?
I feel like it's an odd question for us to ask.
Well, you know, I mean, politicians can be, they can have
Misphi's part of the
complicated
family now.
relationships with, she needs to know all these
He's my
family
father.
dynamics.
In-law.
Chief just sits his spoon down and he eyeballs you for a second. And he's like, well, he's the mayor. He's fine.
That's what we think too. He's a fine mayor.
So
I
you
mean,
will-
just because he's a mayor doesn't mean you have to like him.
and he raises his eyebrows and he looks at you. I want you to roll.
Here we go.
I want you to roll. Gosh, what do I want you to roll? I want you to roll.
Roll initiative.
Insight?
Right. And Chief pulls out a
God,
sword.
what do I even? What would even?
What
be
class
here for that?
is Chief? So he's obviously human. Is he a fighter, barbarian? Like, what is his?
He is.
or can we not tell?
He is essentially. He's not trained in any particular fighting. He's essentially a commoner. That has very minimal skill sets. So unlike TJ, who has like been through guard training, like the very minimal guard training, Chief is just like a regular guy who's charismatic-ish, and not even that.
Do we know
regular
his
dad.
job?
So TJ's like, my dad works with Uncle Mayor, and he helps out Uncle Mayor be Uncle Mayor. And that's why I work for Uncle Mayor too, just like closer and
Wow,
stuff.
TJ.
Oh,
That's super awesome.
good
I
job.
wish you would have told us
Great
that
information to
before
know,
we
yeah.
rolled into your house, but that's so great.
But you know, I mean, all this talk is just making me realize we're forgetting that it's TJ's birthday. I mean, this is just, this is incredible. We should really celebrate. And then Meryl jumps up on a nearby piece of furniture, but really gracefully because he has wings. And he alights upon one toe, and he pulls out his lute,
Oh,
and he says, "I would love to lead us all as the resident performer." In a rendition of Birthday Song Birthday, which is the Loreland birthday song.
and
Can it be by the Beatles?
Martha just
Beatles.
jumps up and she claps. She's like, oh my goodness, Chief, you're not going to even believe it. He has the most beautiful voice. Come on, everybody together. Come on for my baby boy, TJ.
Yeah, she's never heard me sing. That's so nice.
Well, go on.
Okay, everyone. Together, the Loreland birthday song that we all grew up hearing for everyone's birthday. Birthday song, birthday. Ready? And go. Birthday song, birthday. It's your TJ's birthday song.
little bit better than that. But that's okay.
You know, you and me both.
Yeah. But you know what? It's A for effort.
But then he like
How about
rips
a
out
break?
on his lyre at the very end.
Loot.
Oh.
Loot.
Wow.
On
And
his loot.
as she starts to kind of get a little breathless, Cheep just puts a hand on her shoulder. Down, girl.
Oh,
She's like, sorry, Chief.
Mr. Chief,
That was really.
do you have any ale in the house? I feel like we should celebrate.
50 Shades all of a sudden.
He cuts his eyes at you and roll a persuasion check.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Alfonso wants ale.
Alfonso wants ale. Roll a persuasion check.
Don't forget to add your modifier.
Well, that's what I'm looking at. Rolled an
I give
11.
him
I
bardic
wrote that
inspiration
down.
through our amazing singing.
Yeah, absolutely. You can give it. Just say it. Let them know.
Through the amazing singing.
13.
Okay. So you have bardic inspiration for the next 10 minutes when you choose to use it. I think it's for 10 minutes.
I feel like I need to use it right now.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was just thinking, God, Alfonso, that was extra beautiful that you thank you for singing with me.
Yes, yes.
bardic inspiration adds a D4 or D8. What is it? What does it add?
I think it's a D4, but I hope it's a D8.
D6.
D6. All right. Plus 4. So that is 17.
Yay!
So Chief looks at you. He's like, Martha, get the ale. We're celebrating, apparently. And she's like, oh, lovely. Come on, drinks all around. Huh. And so she goes.
I like the
Martha, let
sound
me
of
help
that.
you. I'll come give you a hand. Let me...
Oh, for sure. Come on into the kitchen, sweetheart. We'll let all these other folks just sit here and chat, please. Come on.
So Alfonso goes with Martha. Not like awkwardly, but looks in the cupboard a little bit for some glasses.
And she just starts kind of directing you around the kitchen and everything. So while you are in the kitchen, which is like kind of a jump away from the living room, so you could probably still hear them if they were being loud, which Meryl.
They're probably being loud.
But you could have a quiet conversation if you wanted to. So while you're in that the kitchen, TJ sits down and Chief looks over. He's like, well, if you work for my brother, are you guys going to be there tomorrow afternoon?
Of course we are. What? Will you remind us exactly what time we need to report as, honored employees?
Right after noon is when we're all gathering for the march.
Afternoon. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So afternoon or afternoon? just to make sure I understand exactly when you need us.
So it'll be roughly around 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
So afternoon. Got it. See, good thing I asked her. We could have shown up at, 12:01. We never
Yeah.
would have known
So-
the difference. So
what do you do for my brother?
Oh,
Again.
we do,
quests. We quested for him upon his request.
Little things that, he doesn't have time for.
right, getting the milk, getting the eggs.
Sending
you know.
messages, killing people.
Yeah,
Well,
getting his daughter, finding
really-
things
Just
like
errand boys.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
picking
yeah.
Plus
things
Misphi.
up, bringing them back. Be it
Identifying
messages,
trees.
his daughter, all kinds of stuff.
I think you should probably stop saying things about his daughter, Meryl. I'm getting a little worried.
So you were trying to find leader.
Yeah, we did try.
You gathered it from all that.
Yeah. So were you successful? Because she is next in line to lead because I didn't
Is that why your
have-
name's Leader?
Her name is Leader, but
That's pretty funny.
my boy obviously didn't get the leading genes, so we really need somebody
I'll
in
have
the
you
family
know, he
to
is
step
quite
up.
the leader in our pack.
He has done quite a great job helping us on this mission. Yeah, and we're really proud of your son.
TJ just kind of shuffles in his seat and he's like, "Thanks, guys." But yeah, Dad, we're working on getting a leader because we know how important she is to the family and stuff. Yeah. And his dad just nods and he's like, "Good, because Lord knows I don't want to do it and you can't."
Wow, that was a lot of words, sir.
Wow.
At this point, Alfonso comes in with an armful of the glasses of ale and
Hey,
you go.
Hey, birthday drinks, birthday song,
drinks.
birthday.
And everyone walks around
And
and gives
then-
everybody in their...
Meryl just starts frantically playing the lyre again and smiling really bad.
It's a loot.
Loot. Sorry, loot.
Don't be a liar.
Ah!
It's
To
your
TJ's
birthday
birthday.
song.
Birthday.
It doesn't
His
last too
class.
long. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday song. Great
And Martha's
job,
just like,
Misphi.
it's TJ's birthday. She takes 2 sips and her cheeks are immediately red and she's immediately tipsy. She's like, oh, it's so good to meet TJ's friends who aren't those nasty bros.
Nasty bros.
Nasty Bros is
So-
a great band name.
Martha, if you don't
Do an
mind me
episode as the
asking,
Nasty Bros.
Ask away.
who are these nasty bros of TJ's that you keep referencing?
Oh, you know, they're just like the boys who he brings to by for the games and stuff. He has games with his bros, and they're not very nice to him.
What
Oh.
sorts of games? I
We
didn't
can
know
take
TJ
care of
was
that.
into games.
He's
Alfonso,
like,
I'm sure maybe we should have a little more information before we take care of anything. Plays
TJ's
lute more
like-
frantically.
Mom, they're not just games. They're like live role playing.
Oh, you mean LARPing. TJ, we didn't know you were a LARPer.
I'm not a LARPer. There's no park involved. In my basement, it teaches real skills. Mom,
I've always heard
Not
that people
from my
that do that kind of
friends.
thing are pretty weird.
Meryl.
Merle, listen, TJ is having kind of a big day. Don't you think we could let
Well, no, but I was about to say we love weird. We're clearly all, we're not quite normal. We're just everyday folks.
Misfits.
Yeah, but we don't quite fit. So I think it works fine. I think it works great, TJ. Congratulations.
Chief just sits there and kind of glares at you as you're just like, we're all weird. And he's just like glaring like, great. There's
I
four
flash
of
him a
them.
big toothy smile, which is weird that I have teeth in my beak, and I show my liar.
Oh my God, that's so much worse.
So I guess then I'll see you there tomorrow before we march. And it would be really helpful if we could get Leader back. So, just make sure that if you hear anything among the people, wanting to storm the place, that we get Leader back first, because she's the future of this family. So.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think this has all been great, but kind of a lot. And I bet Tej needs a little bit of rest. What do you say you show us that basement you like to do that LARPing in, huh?
Yeah.
Do you think, Mrs. Merriweather, would you do us the honors of showing us the to the basement?
Oh, that's so sweet, but I don't go down there. It smells.
Could you maybe just show us to the door? Just, I know.
Smells?
I know how tired
Hey,
TJ is.
teenage
That doesn't
boy.
surprise me at all that
Young
it smells,
boy.
actually.
He's 24.
I mean, Alfonso,
He
you
is
should be used
today.
to smell.
What's that supposed to mean?
He
I mean, you got
really
peed
neat.
on after all.
He got what?
Wow. That's
That
a story
sounds
for
like a
another time.
story.
Wow.
You guys sure seem to have had some adventures. Who peed on you? TJ, we talked about this. We don't pee on people.
TJ, do we need to be worried about you now?
Mom, I was 4. Can we not bring that up in front of my lady?
Well, 4 and
My
24
lady.
sound very similar, Tej. It's a valid concern.
Stan, you're supposed to be my best friend.
I know, and that's really why I'm trying to get you to the basement, my friend. Do you think you want to show us that way?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I see your basement?
Okay.
The rest of us are
So-
also coming with you as well, though.
Oh, you're gonna come with us?
No. No.
I think I'm going to go somewhere else.
So
I don't want to be a part of this.
I'll still go to the basement. I just wanted to make sure everyone clarified.
he leads you
Alfonso's
past,
like disgusted. He's like, this is not what he wanted to do today.
he leads you past the kitchen to this area where you can see like that it originally looks like something that would have been like a storm cellar kind of thing that people would have stored jars and stuff for canning. And as you guys go down there, he kind of leads you down, and it's somewhat finished, and you can definitely see that this is where like his parents kicked him down to, that this was not originally supposed to be a living space. And in fact, there's like one shoddy, very mildew covered window in the corner. It's very dimly lit. There's a bed in the corner that's just kind of like haphazard and a little bit broken. And it's just a typical young guy place to live. There's no decor, nothing. And TJ just stands in there and he's like, welcome to the crib.
There's babies in here?
Teach.
There is now, baby.
Oh, TJ, it is just wonderful down here.
This is really nice. You know, I really appreciate the accommodations.
Yeah, let me give you a tour. So
Very earthy.
this is the corner where my bed is.
is.
And this is the corner where we LARP occasionally. Again, teaches great skills. This is where I first learned how to like swing a fake sword, and it really started my journey into guardism. So then that's this corner. So, you know, Alfonso, if you ever want to like get your practice in to be like, you know, a military guy, this is the corner to do that.
You know what, TJ? Before we go, we should definitely practice some
military
military
guy
skills.
That sounds awesome. Meryl, you can join us if you want to do some squats.
You know, I have been working on not skipping leg day. Thanks for remembering.
You're
that, TJ.
very welcome. We all need to fill out our pants for the pants club. So in
I
this,
think I do that pretty well on my own.
I don't know. You're looking a little scrawny.
Do I have chicken legs? Stan, would you tell me?
We do have bird legs.
I would tell you. I would say they're erring on the side
Alfonso,
more
I didn't
like
even think you were over here.
turkey legs.
I'm talking to my guard.
Your guard. Your hired man.
My hired man to tell me if I have chicken legs. Turkey legs?
Well, they're a little bit bigger than a chicken leg, but they could use a little work.
Yeah, we better get on that right
asked me
away.
to
This
be
is
honest.
embarrassing.
well, over in this corner is where I hide my. I have alcohol.
I had absolutely no idea what he was going to say, and I was terrified.
It's
like
hidden
7
behind
things.
this strategically paced pillow. And because of some, like, I found a weird stain on it once, and now my mom won't touch it. So it's really great to hide alcohol behind.
Teach, aren't you old enough to drink anyway? Why do you have to hide it?
I don't know if you noticed, but
Well, the drinking age in
sometimes-
Lurland is 12. So
Sometimes,
I'm a little bit
my
confused.
parents think I'm a little bit, incompetent.
Incompetent?
Sure. Ouch. Why would you say that? Anyway, so sometimes they don't really think that I'm the best. So I don't want to engage in any activities that they would think make me more like that. So instead I just, LARP with my bros when they see. Because that,
LARP with my
should show
bros.
that I take my training seriously.
Right. Well, Teach, that makes a lot of sense. And I got to tell you, you've been a really good asset to this team. Doesn't seem like you've gotten a lot of credit over the years, but, you really are a good hero.
Oh,
I was going to say, I think you're hanging out with the
thanks.
wrong friends.
Well, I
Well,
don't.
now you're not.
Thanks. I mean,
No, yeah.
honestly, the guys that I LARP with, they're not always really that nice, but I don't have a lot of options because my uncle's the mayor and my dad's chief, and nobody really wants to hang out with, the kid of the stooge, who just likes to,
Tell me more about your friends here. Like, so who are these friends that you have that apparently are not that great of friends?
Well, I got mostly two, Arthur and Hector. So Arthur is
I hardly know her. Sorry.
Why is that so funny?
I'm picturing them both like Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Both of them.
See, I was picturing Sid from Toy Story.
Ew.
Scary toy breaker.
Yeah, that's who I would like. They're like the bad friends.
Keep Sid out of here. Sid was literally in my nightmares.
Like from Toy Story?
Yes.
God, he was awful. He was terrifying.
See, that's what I'm like
Yes.
picturing because they're like, it sounds like they're mean to.
No, I feel like the
TJ.
mayor is Sid in a hat.
He's like the adult version of Sid in a hat,
Ooh, grown up Sid is a really scary thought.
but like more
Grown up
charismatic.
Sid is in prison.
I was going to say grown up Sid, like, yeah.
It's a serial killer. So I got Arthur and Hector. Arthur, I met when we were. I was younger and I was playing dice on the streets, which sounds like gambling. It's not gambling. I was learning to count, which is how I got to number 15. Thank you very much, Meryl.
You're welcome.
I met Arthur on the streets when I was playing dice, and he helped me count to 15, which was really nice.
And it's more than 3.
He likes to read, and his dad owns a bookstore nearby. And he likes to tell me about all of the places that he reads about because I don't read too good. But he kind of helps in his own way, like whenever you tell somebody that they can't do something, it kind of makes them want to do something more. And so that's like, Arthur kind of gives me that push by telling me all the things I can't do. And so that's Arthur.
So sad.
And then Hector's another great bro. Hector's really good at like sneaking into places. He's got really good skills with like lock picking and stuff. And so if he ever needs a lookout or somebody to hang out with him while he's doing those crimes, if you want to call it, he says
Maybe
they're
we could
crimes.
use this guy.
I just think we're
I was
just
thinking the
hanging
same
out.
thing.
Do you know what Hector's doing? I don't know. Tomorrow at 3.
I haven't talked to him in a couple days, but I know that he doesn't really have a traditional job because he says that whenever he goes into these different places, he's able to make money. And so that's where I go to help him. And he says that it's a really good opportunity for me to learn how to make money, but I don't actually make any money yet. But I got to work my way up into making money with Hector. So right now I'm just a really good, I'm a really good set of eyes. He says that I'm really good at watching things. And then every once in a while, sometimes people see me and they say that I took things from places, which isn't very nice because I don't know why they would say that. But anyway, yeah, so that's Hector. So, Arthur, we hang out and Hector, I hang out with him while he's in other people's houses.
Well, Tej, it sounds like you have had some really great friend experiences in the past, but I've got to say I'm glad you met us. It sounds like we're a good fit for you right now.
Yeah, no, I like you guys a lot better. No offense to Hector and Arthur, because again, they motivate in their own individual ways. But it's really nice to be with people who really appreciate pants. And my lady, I have a lady. They don't even have ladies.
What a surprise.
I wonder.
Well,
They're probably a
Tej,
little busy doing other things.
before we go to bed, do you think you could tell us a little bit more about what it is that your dad does with your uncle?
Well, it's so interesting because he doesn't really work right with my uncle because my dad's actually older. Cheep, my dad, I don't know if you noticed, but he's not a particularly chatty guy. And
Really?
Yeah. So he was technically the oldest, so he was supposed to be the one who was like the main leading guy. But he decided he didn't really want to, and so he let my uncle Mayor Merriweather kind of be more of the leading type. And that's really nice, because Mayor's a lot better at it because he talks a lot. And really, Cheep, my dad, he just honestly, the only thing he's really good at when it comes to that is he loves my mom a lot. And so he just kind of has a job.
Yeah, he sure looks like it.
He really does.
You can tell.
It's really nice.
It's the grunt.
Yeah. He grunts so lovingly.
Yeah.
And it's really nice that he loves her because it's good for people to get love in this house. Somebody should. So anyway, my mom said that it'd probably be a good idea for him to work for my uncle because my dad was he didn't really want to do leader stuff, but he didn't really have any other skills. So instead, he kind of just sometimes he tries to meet with other people, but most of the time he just kind of, I don't know, he works with money. So, yeah, he kind of helps with tracking money and counting money and doing money things.
So
I think.
he's like an accountant for the mayor.
Kind of, but he's kind of like a scary accountant.
Like a gangster.
Does he
I don't know
collect
what
the money?
Most of the time, if people have it, and if they don't, then he sees them, and then they get a little bit injured, and then he gets the money some other times.
Where does your dad keep all of his files about the mayor and the money?
I don't know what are files. You mean where they write stuff down?
Yeah, the information he collects. Where does
he-
all that stuff go?
Does he have a home office or is everything in the wherever mayor's house is at the castle?
Well, my dad doesn't really do office work. He's more hands-on.
That makes sense.
So I think he really just goes and visits Uncle Mayor whenever he, needs anything, like when my uncle needs anything, and he goes and visits there. And so I think my uncle keeps track of a lot of that stuff. My dad just, he's just like a big dude. And so people just get the weird assumption that like he's violent.
Right. It doesn't sound like he's violent at all. It sounds like all he does is maybe hurt people for money.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know who those people might be, or if there's any of them, like, neighbors, friends, any of those people maybe we could talk to?
Mostly, I think it's just people who run the businesses around here. Just people who own businesses.
Like Coles.
Yeah.
That we could go talk to the demons at Kohl's.
I mean, I don't go there often, or ever actually. But yeah, we could for sure, if you wanted to, if we have time before the march tomorrow, which I guess we have.
Do you know anything else about that? Speaking of which,
I've been with you guys the whole time.
So are we downstairs? So like we're in the basement.
Yeah.
Do we believe the parents upstairs can hear us in our conversation, or is
No.
it pretty?
It's muffled. They
Okay.
can't hear you.
So guys, game plan. So tomorrow.
wait, I can't hear you. It's muffled. No, I'm just
Right. Here, let me talk louder. So I'm going to assume tomorrow the march is to go take out that rebel camp.
Oh.
Probably.
Do you think they got our mouse Jermaine? Do you think they know it's coming?
Probably. But
Oh.
I think we should try to do we should try to, if whatever we're going to do to
We
like
should
Mayor,
dwindle some numbers secretly.
Wow.
is Hector going to be of
Like
any use to us, you
assassinate.
think?
We should kill people in town? Random people? Is that what you're saying?
I wonder. Well, okay. So like, what time is it like now? Is it pretty late?
It's like, we'll say roughly like 10 or 11 at night.
Okay, so like we definitely can't do anything tonight yet. Unless.
I mean, night is the perfect time to do it.
What if we nap for 3.5 hours, just a little shut eye, and then we
Well,
go
we
down
go
to
into
town?
trance.
You,
So, like,
I
we
will
don't-
tell you guys, you all did a long rest while you were on the road. You guys should be all 100% up to full hit points, full
Okay.
everything.
Would you look at that? I feel really rested. Tej, what time do you think your parents will go to sleep?
Well, sometimes, they stay up a little bit late making weird noises in their room, and then they go to bed. But I mean, that's been a while. So, I don't know, maybe like, half
Seems
an
like it
hour
might
or
have
so.
been.
So
Let's make a plan.
Yeah.
And then.
what if when they go to sleep, we snuck out and found your friend Hector and went to town to see what we could figure out before this march tomorrow?
I mean, we can do that.
Have you ever snuck out of your house before, Tej?
No, usually I just walk out.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I usually know where Hector's hanging out anyway, because like he hangs out at the same spot pretty much every night.
Maybe
because-
we could just tell your parents we're going to visit Hector.
Or we just leave because
Or
we're
we
not
just-
teenagers.
We
Just
could, but
leave.
I'm a little nervous. Chief's gonna know something's up. I was getting a feeling he's a little suspicious of us.
It's just part of our.
We're going out for his
bromance.
birthday. We're going out for his birthday.
Let's go and have drinks at the barging in.
Do
Let's
people
barge
do
right
that?
in there and have some drinks.
Oh, lovely.
But we were not
we're
actually,
not
doing
actually
that.
gonna get drinks. You just have to pretend we are.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
it is your birthday.
we
and
can get
that's
drinks after,
unfortunate.
though.
Yeah.
Right.
That's okay because I didn't even know it was my birthday. So
Happy birthday.
I'm just grateful we're all together.
Me too, TJ. It's been a pleasure.
It has
Yeah.
been a pleasure. We'll have to get you some pants here along the way.
Yeah, we can find Hector. He'll probably know what's going on. And I mean, like, worst case scenario, I got to report back to work tomorrow because I work for Uncle Mayor anyway. So, yeah.
So, do we want to try to do the sneak? Because as far as we know, we're still on Mayor's good side because, I mean, we were tasked to go find leader, whether we wanted to or not. So, what are we going to try to do? I know that attacking Mayor head on might be a problem, but
I
Well,
feel
it
like if
sounds
we're
like-
sneaky about it, we can dwindle out his numbers.
Yeah, I think we should
Sneaking in
scout
there.
out what's going on.
We need to also talk to someone and figure out, like, if they're marching, like, does that mean he's just marching his soldiers, or has he, like, lied to everyone in town now, and now everyone in town thinks they need to go do this?
Well, that's why we're gonna go scout it all out.
Yeah,
now.
we need to figure
let's go
that
talk to Hector
we
first.
need to figure
and
that
then
out.
We need to probably figure, I think we need to go see the mayor. So
All right. So if we want to go find Hector, he's probably near the Fair Ferry because he likes to hang out near where the Fair Ferry is, so he can figure out, whose house he wants to visit. Because usually he's in Upper Bridgman, but sometimes he goes to Lower Bridgman. So he mostly just works the Fair Ferry. So if we want to go hang out there, we could probably find him.
Great.
let's do that.
Let's do it.
Lead the way.
Teach, just wait a minute. Do you know how to lockpick and stuff? Are you pretty sneaky?
No, he was gonna teach me. But at this point I'm really good at like standing in places and trying not to look what he called suspicious.
Okay.
And then that way, like if I saw people, I could say hi really loud. He said that was a really good way to do
everybody
this.
has their own talents, so.
Yeah, I'm really good at saying hi. See? Hi, Misphi! Just like that.
Hi!
See, I'm so good at it.
Wow, T.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
You've
Well
really
done.
come a long way.
I felt the warmth.
thanks.
It really porked me.
Oh my God.
Hey, Misphi.
that.
Are those the kind of noises your parents make upstairs? If so, we should leave before they start.
I agree.
Really perked
How did
me
you
up.
know?
Ooh.
All right, so
Oh,
TJ
goodness.
kind of flips the cellar door back open, and
Cellar.
like as you
I
guys
hardly
climb
know her.
up,
Ooh, that was dark.
as you guys climb up,
Gotta cut that one.
you just you hear from a distant room like just Cheep snoring, and as he's snoring, you can also kind of hear like Martha, like where she's still talking to him, like completely oblivious to the fact that he's asleep, just like. And anyway, yeah, I can't believe that I saw Linda at the grocery store. Can you even believe that? And so she's just
She
like
deserves
rattling
better.
on. Yeah, she does.
She deserves Alfonzo.
No.
She was really into Meryl.
Or Meryl, yeah.
She was
You know,
really into
well,
that
I mean,
long wingspan.
some people
We
get
don't
what
wanna
they
make
deserve.
Stan jealous, you know.
Yeah. So you guys walk out. Where their house is it's almost like a block or two away. It's probably about 2 blocks away from the Fair Ferry. And again, like this is like row home, so it's late at night. There's very few. There's nobody good is out at this time of
Right.
night.
Just Hector.
Just us.
Right. So as you
'Cause we're
guys
not good.
kind of walk in the dark, there's no like lamps. It's just completely like pitch black essentially at this point. Do you guys have any like candles or anything, or are you just kind of flying blind here?
I have a torch, Meryl. You can walk by me. I'll make sure that I don't burn your feathers.
Yeah, it'll also be under
Yeah,
like
you know how I feel about
features
those
and
things.
traits.
Oh, I have a candle.
Okay. So with
Oh,
so
I'm walking along with my little candle.
that's so adorable
Very
that
solemnly.
like you have a candle and you're like this big tall like Birdman, and then like
Stan
stands
comes
there and
stomping
he's got
along
a big
behind.
old torch like the Statue of Liberty.
It's basically as long as me.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are on your way to the Fair Ferry. It's dark. You see Stan has this big old torch. Meryl has this tiny little light.
One candle.
One little candle. And as you guys are walking, coming up toward the Fair Ferry, you hear like some really loud, kind of obnoxious guys just like being, dude bros.
Dude bros.
Not
Oh.
more.
You
Is
know,
that what
they're
we're gonna be walking
Dude
into?
bros.
Or dude bros?
They're just like, freaking whatever, Rudy. You wouldn't even know.
Rudy.
Okay. He's like,
Rudy.
man, shut it, Hector. Okay. We can't all be friggin' losers like you breaking into people's houses. Okay. Just shut it. Like, we'll find another hit soon. It's fine. Okay. God, Hector.
They're
Jeez.
scoundrels.
Is that Chad?
I hear Hetrick. Hetrick? What did I just say? I hear Hector.
And as you guys kind of start whispering among yourselves, they see you with the light. And one of them's like, hey, yo, who's that over there? One of them kind of squints. He's like, what? TJ? Is that TJ? TJ! It's TJ. Oh, look, he's brought friends. Welcome. TJ, what'd you bring these people here for? He's like, hey, Hector. Wow, you, Rudy, Marion, Arthur, got the whole band together. So
Get the band back
these
together.
these are my new friends. We had a couple questions for you. And Hector, the one who's like kind of seems to be like leading the group. He's slight and kind of like his face is really angular, and he kind of gives off the vibe of like a scrappy rat.
Timothy Chalamet.
And he's like,
Also me. I am a scrappy rat.
in what universe do you think that I answer questions from you, TJ? Like,
Whoa, excuse me, sir.
Misphi kind of stands in front of TJ and she's like, you don't speak to him like that. He's a better man than you are.
What?
oh, boys, we got ourselves a lady.
Yeah, that's right.
Excuse me, Hector, is it?
And who are you, fancy
I
pants
am-
over there?
I am Alfonso, and we're
I am Alfonso.
I am Alfonso.
He does this.
And we're not here to cause problems. We just have a few questions for you.
Oh, Rhodey is not here to cause problems. Get this guy's address. He's on next hit. Hey, come chat with us. You got questions.
I like how he's becoming more and more of like
He's like a mobster. Of
a
some kind.
mobster
Right?
from New Jersey, like by the
We-
second.
Jersey.
I love it.
I mean, we're not here to cause problems, but if you're going to cause problems, then we can deal with that in a minute.
You rat bastard.
Roll for initiative.
Where is All right.
Yes.
Never starts the fights, but Meryl always has to finish them. Somebody's gonna have to get picked up again.
And that's where we'll end today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's Mystical Everyday Heroes episode. Let's plug a couple things. First of all, The Archivist Apprentice has launched. You can buy the paperback copy or the digital copy if you are interested. It's a fantasy novel with a fantastical pantheon of gods, political intrigue, and all-around decent mystery. If you're looking for some good background music for your D&D game or just enjoy some really good tunes, check out Matt Boston's album in the link below. You can listen to it kind of actually right now because he's playing it in the background right now. You can buy it on any of the main music streaming apps.
You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Mystical Everyday Heroes, all spelled out.
And we are a new podcast, so it would super help us out if you rated the podcast, subscribe for more ridiculous tomfoolery, share it with your friends, share it with your pants.
Share it with your
pants.
Share it with your tailor.
Share it with your salesman.
Share it with your tailor.
Share it with Kohl's.
Share it with your local
Share it
gas
with your
station
tailor, with your
attendant.
maid, and with your butcher.
Yes. Find people to share it with. It's really, really nice.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
And it's the holiday season, so give it as a gift.
Yeah.
Even by end of January, it's still holiday season.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, because at this point, if you have failed at your New Year's resolution, remake your New Year's resolution to spread more mystical everyday heroes.
Yes.
Be a mystical everyday hero. Share the mystical everyday
Share
heroes.
the meh.
Share the
Spread the
meh.
math. Yes, with all those ordinary folks out there.
Yes.
Make their days mystical.
Even if they're a regular commoner, just share it out.
Share it out.
They have fighting skills too, you guys. So we will catch you
Glad
guys
someone
in
does.
2 weeks' time on the next episode of Mystical Everyday Heroes.
Bye.
I added my modifier. Are you proud of
I'm
me?
so
I
proud of
hardly
you.
know her.
I like that Stephie does have a big note that says add your modifier.
I did that
Big
today
red
because I was
letters.
tired of
For me.
reminding.